or spoke a word to change this outcome. Shouldn't we have heard the warning bells when you laughed aloud, but your eyes cried out? 'Cause in the aftermath, we have these questions.
Hello and welcome to another exclusive interview for Metal for Africa. Today we are focusing on Dream Demon. We are joined by Joel Dickson and Jesse Kuhn, the vocalist and guitarist and backing vocals for the band. How are you both doing? Are you guys comfy?
Yep, pretty comfy, just keeping warm. I got my water bottle here somewhere. It's just heating up.
Yeah, definitely keeping comfortable this side. It's like so cold lately, so just trying to layer up, you know.
Yeah. Very important question. Are you both excited for Metal for Africa?
Yeah, for sure. I think we're already really looking forward to it. For sure.
Yeah, super stoked. Can't wait to play the tracks. Can't wait to make mosh pits happen and just create chaos and yeah, have a good time.
Awesome. So now people are here to listen and find out more about Dream Demon. So let's start off with, how would you describe the music that your band makes?
It's kind of like a modern take on a lot of like the old nu metal and alternative bands that we used to be into. So stuff like Linkin Park, yeah, stuff from the early 2000s that kind of had like a pop take on metal. And we've kind of like taken a more modern electronic route kind of sound. So yeah, I guess that's what you could say sonically about it. Lyrically, Joel, I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, lyrically it's across the board. There's lots of focus on the more emotional side of, of life. We tend to stay away from very controversial topics. We want to write music that's for everybody and music that people can relate to. As Jesse was saying, on the side of the style of music, we, if you listen to bands like Bad Omens, like Bring Me the Horizon, and those sorts of bands will be right up your alley, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When did Dream Demon start and how did everyone get together?
So I started, I was in a band called Treehouse Burning.
You are in a band. So.
I am. Okay, we'll leave that as a little statement. I was kind of like writing a bunch of instrumental music and I just put out a tune under the name Dream Demon. I didn't think too much of it, and then myself and Joel had always like known each other through the scene and through bands and stuff. We go back basically. He was one of the vocalists I'd like wanted to work with, and we'd have like a few conversations here and there when we were out, nothing like crazy or too serious, but I'd written, I think it was the first song that we did together was Red Flags. When I wrote that instrumental, I just thought, let me throw this over to Joel. I know we've had a few conversations about it. And then that song came together pretty quickly. And then Luke came on board just to do the mixing and mastering. But at that point, it was kind of like, okay, now we've got a bassist, a guitarist, a vocalist, like what's next? And then Dane came on board, and it took us quite a while to actually get into a practice studio. The focus was pretty much creating tracks, writing music, building a brand. We're starting to hit the stage, and Journey's brought us here.
Awesome.
We've all known each other for quite some time. Luke and I were actually friends at school, and then since then we've been quite close. Before knowing Jesse from the music scene, he was just some kid from my church. And then Dane I've known for quite some time. We were in a band together before Dream Demon called Last One Alive, and so we've worked together quite a lot, and he's we just gel quite nicely, so it's a good group of guys.
Awesome, glad to hear. Let's learn a bit more about everyone in the band. Joel, we'll start with you. You are the vocalist. What is there any other jobs that you take on apart from just bringing in the voice of the band?
Well, besides performing and writing most of the vocals, I take on a administrative role in the band. So I organize rehearsals and I organize merchandise and or the music video venues that we've done, most of them have been, I've been heavily involved in sorting that out and bringing that together. And then any sort of chatting with other people in the scene to organize events and that sort of stuff is my main task. We're all involved in almost every process of writing along the way. So I think there's pretty much no area of this band where we all don't dip our toes into it. So it's across the board, but mainly my areas would be things like organizing rehearsal and the administrative side of things. Yeah.
Cool. And now a totally important question, not a joke question at all. If you could be an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Are you asking if I could choose, or what animal would I be?
If you could choose.
Probably something that's that doesn't have natural predators. So, maybe like a grizzly bear, or what's that? A capybara. Capybaras. They just seem to be having a good time. Yeah, probably something along those lines. Komodo dragon, just eat things whole. Just have a good time.
Lovely choices there. All right, and Jesse, let's move on to you. You are one of the guitarists and backing vocals. Is there any specific role that you take upon apart from your instrument?
So I write a lot of the instruments. So I'll kind of build the songs from the ground up. I'm the main songwriter. We all contribute little pieces here and there, but the songs start with me. So the songwriter, obviously play guitar, do backing vocals. I also manage the social medias. I do quite a bit of the graphic design, and then admin stuff, relationship with the record label. I also make jokes sometimes and keep people entertained. So I try to.
And marketing. You do marketing.
Yes, make sure that there's some ears, for the music. Although the record label also does quite a bit of the marketing, but
yes,
you sort of share the load.
The jokes are some of the most important things.
100%, definitely.
How would you describe yourself just using 3 words?
3 words is tough. I'll say silly, strong, and driven.
Awesome. Now let's move on to your bassist, Luke Edwards. What do they do apart from their bass? And they also do backing vocals, I believe.
So
what's their
Luke
role?
is a very talented sound engineer. He does all our production and mixing.
He records everything as well.
So he does a lot of the tracking is done his side, and then he also is the man in charge when it comes to the technical aspect of our live performances. So he has put our rack together, sorted out all the bugs and the technical issues that come along with that. He also contributes, like we said, in songwriting, and both with vocals and with the instruments. So he's, historically, Luke is a vocalist. He started out as a vocalist, and he's quite talented. So he helps a lot when it comes to all aspects of the band, which is great.
Awesome. If you were to randomly stumble upon Luke on a deserted island, what 3 items would you find on him?
Coffee mug, coffee beans, coffee machine.
It sounds like he's living a life of luxury.
Yeah, I said
He likes good coffee.
I said he'd have his mocha pot. He'd definitely have his mocha pot, and then maybe some climbing shoes and a squash racket.
Awesome. Squash racket, but no squash ball, so it's...
No, just the racket.
Awesome.
Just the racket.
And then we are going to be moving on to the beat of the band, the drummer, Dane Canterbury. What do they bring to the band?
So Dane I think, I mean, aside from obviously, playing the drums and he's done a few like recordings on the electric drum kit where he adds some of his own accents on fills and stuff like that. And he's obviously contributed to the writing, as everyone does. Dane brings like a lot of expertise to just planning around shows, talking about different acts in the scene. If there's ever any kind of like gremlins or issues while we're playing, like if someone's messing up a fill or someone's messing up a breakdown or whatever, Dan knows exactly where the issues are and where to point us in the right direction. So he's almost like the wise adult of the band that'll like reel us in when we're being children. Papa Dan.
He is the oldest of the bunch. I think by quite a margin. I think he's 38.
You'll just throw him under the bus.
No, 30. No, not 38. 36.
You're young to me.
35. Something like that. But he's still young at heart. He's young at heart. But yeah, like Jesse was saying, he's probably within the band the most reliable critic. He's got a lot of experience that we unfortunately don't have. So it's good to have him around. And he does pick up, as Jesse was saying, he picks up some of the slack when it comes to administrative tasks. He was our go-to with Patrick for the M4A show, so he sorted out all the correspondence that side.
Oh, awesome. And now another totally serious question. What kind of fantasy creature do you think Dane would be?
A centaur.
Centaur.
A teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Oh, both brilliant answers. But now I have to follow up which turtle.
I don't know. I don't know which one is his favorite. Leonardo. Either one. I think he'd be happy with anyone. Honestly, at that stage, it's just nitpicking. I mean, you get to be that thing.
Yeah, no, all fair. And now, after Metal for Africa, what is next? What can people expect from you guys?
We're probably not going to be looking to play too often. So as a band, we will, obviously we did our debut and now we're playing Metal for Africa, but don't expect to see us, playing every month at every show. So there might be a little bit of silence, and then, maybe later on in the year we come back with more shows. Probably going to look to be releasing more tracks. It's been a little while since we've released something, and we have been recording here and there and writing. So there's stuff like in the wings, ready to go. Probably more music, and then later on more shows.
Yeah, but like Jesse said, probably won't perform again for a couple months. Maybe not even for the rest of the year. We don't want to, like Jesse said, we don't want to be the band playing, one of those bands playing every week. Although there's nothing wrong with it, we just don't envision ourselves doing that. It's not for us. We want to be playing shows that we feel are helpful to our brand, and we want to give people time to miss us. So that's important.
Oh, that's awesome. But when you are releasing new tracks, where can people find them?
Anywhere that you consume music, we will be there.
I will most likely be
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, anywhere. Yeah.
I'll pop down some links below so you can check out Dream Demon and all their works. Metal for Africa WinterFest' 2024 happening on the 27th of July. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, then what are you doing? Follow the link below. This is Dream Demon. They are playing at 9 p.m. They are the fifth band playing. And so, both of you, what are you looking forward to the most at Metal for Africa?
I know what Jesse's answer is going to be.
What's my answer going to be?
Getting rowdy in the mosh pit. Throwing hands in the mosh pit.
I'd like to create some mosh pits, and some lethal mosh pits at that. Maybe I'll join one or two, but I think making chaos from the stage and probably saying something really stupid on the microphone, that's what I'm looking forward to most.
Cool. Yeah, for me, obviously besides playing our set, it's going to be watching Megalodon. I haven't seen them I think they haven't played a show in a few years, so
yeah.
Thompson, we also, they're buddies of ours, so I was in a band with Andrew for quite some time and known the guys around for years, and then we also share a drummer. Dane is their drummer. So come to WinFest if you're on the fence. Come check it out. It's going to be us. We're not playing for probably the rest of the year, or a few months at least. So don't miss that. And then also first show back for Megalodon, and then also Oh God, who haven't played in a while. So it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, lots of awesome acts to see. Cool. Thank you, Joel and Jesse, for joining us. Wonderful interview.
Thanks for having us.
Come through for Metal for Africa to see Dream Demon live at 9 p.m. Check the links below for more info on Dream Demon and their work. Cheers. And I'll see you all on the 27th for a place of friendship and metal. Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, guys.
If I could turn back time, I would do things differently, and I would say to someone who is for me. God, I will swallow these words I left unsaid until we meet again. I know you're at peace, but I still linger, unable to continue on. I know you're at peace, but I still linger, caught in suspension, unable to continue forward. And I pray every day, please God, take my guilt away. I'm unable to continue on.